Whence moon hits your eye.
Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 13th of December. I hope you're all keeping well, enjoying the Christmas or the Quizmas period at the moment. Not keeping too cold. I hope, G. Eisens, I know you're down to negative 27 degrees, which is frankly an abysmally cold temperature. So hope you put an extra jumper on this evening, my dude. Or just turn the heating on, that'd be fine as well. Lovely to see you all. Hope you're keeping well. I am modelling the Pikachu Christmas jumper this evening. Had a concert this afternoon, Christmas concert, one of a few I've got in this season. Yes, I'm feeling flushed from a successful concert and looking forward to some quiz. Let me say hello to you all. Good evening, SJ and Run, Matt and Fetz, Woollyback and Stilgar, Ape and Oni, Naked Grams and Shapes. Hello, Flyboy, CJ, Lupine and Sam, Effrontery, AB Me, BC and Conrad Lack, G. Items Cola, TVP, Riff, Natter, Silent Marine, Lewis, Topper, Vertigo, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for this very special festive edition of Game Night. And hello, here's a message from our sponsor, Elias.
Merry winter holidays.
And the same to you, Panda, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Long time no see. Thank you very much for that 16-month subscription there. Also to AB Me for the reverse 61-month subscription. Very grateful to you both. Lovely to see you along, Panda. And if you fancy a bit of quiz tonight, it would be lovely to have you. If you just fancy spectating, that's all good too. Great to see you. Yes, I think the ads will hopefully have... are coming to a conclusion, and it'll be time for me to open the door to reveal the fourth game of Quizmas behind that door with 13th on it, because that is today's date. Now, I'm very aware, on Thursday, I accidentally gave away the game before I opened the door. I don't want to do that tonight. So I'm going to just go to chat and say, what do you want your predictions to be? Ape is hoping it's the Purge again. Well... it was on Thursday. Is there a chance that it could be again tonight? Lupine's got a bid in for Music Quiz Live. Okay. Google that from Natter. We all know what it is. I don't think the clues are obvious. Are they really? Are they really? Well, maybe the Abyss, possibly. Elimination! That's obviously what it is. Well, look, I shall put you all out of your misery. The pack for this game of Christmas has been... well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to reveal first, and then I'll tell you a bit more about it. So, behind the door for the fourth game of Quizmas on the 13th day of December, tonight, we will be playing... it's Distinction! Yes, it is Distinction coming to your screens. I know it's many people's favourite game, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a bit of fun with this. Now, this pack has been... it's sort of been co-written the same way the Battlefront pack. Incidentally, Lewis, thank you very much for that pack of Battlefront. That was co-written in the sense that Lewis wrote 16 of the questions and I wrote 4 of them. This has been co-written by Bash and myself in the sense that Bash put the prevailing theme in and the majority of the questions, and I filled in 1 or 2 gaps. So... yeah, there's a bit of a mix of some easier, some harder, but hopefully we'll all have a lot of fun. And, of course, the Quizmas prize rules still apply. And Kamikaze, welcome to the stream. We had Zeus winning the Purge last time. We had Clive winning Risky Business last Saturday. And we had Toot winning the Pyramid last Thursday. Now... all of those players are still, of course, very welcome to come and play, but they will be ineligible to win the Quizmas prize. So how it's going to work for Distinction is that the priority will go to the 3 finalists, gold, silver, bronze people. If any of those 3 players are the 3, or in fact, if all 3 of those players, which is not impossible, if Toot, Clive, and Zeus all end up in the final, then we will defer to the lobby medalist. That is the chain of deference in this game. So it's more likely it's going to be one of the gold, silver, or bronze medalists, but not impossible that we might have to defer down. So that's the chain of deferment. Gold, silver, bronze, lobby medal. That's how it's going to work. to climb a 6, you could do the funniest thing. It would be the funniest thing. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing this. It was always quite fun seeing my own questions. But Ash has come up with a very creative way of capturing the Quizmas spirit with while still giving us a good broad church of general trivia. So I hope you are all poised and ready. Universal Controller is there, except not there, because you can now get it from the Persephone Share website, persephoneShare.com/Unicon. It's also available from the download section of that website. So I am migrating everything over, and I haven't done the operator yet. So do go and get your Unicon of choice. It's all the same software, either way. It's just embedded in different places. And yeah, I hope you're ready, because it's time for the 4th game of Quizmas. It's Distinction. It's Distinction! And welcome to the Distinction Studio. TPWH is the code you need. Let's get that into the chat as well. And Universal Controller, your embed of choice. Go in there, help yourself. So, most of these questions come from Ash the Bash. It is a bit of a Quizmas tradition that we write for each other's games during the Quizmas season. So, this was Ash's choice for my side of things. I've still got to think about what I'm doing on his side of things for later on. Anyway, come join the game. Yeah, you're right, Jazz. I could make that little pop-out thing a little bit wider if you're on the standalone. I'll take it under advisement. Goodness me, there are a lot of you in here tonight. There are so many of you. So many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've just hit, oh goodness me, 32. I'm going to click off suggestions, because I know I shouldn't read suggestions while I'm live. But 32 of you in so far, which is very gratifying. And 33, here comes BC. Now, are all of our Quizmas incumbent champions in here at the moment? I see a Zeus, I see a Toot. Is Clive with us tonight? I don't see Clive, so maybe it'll be someone to get into the fight. But we'll see if Clive turns up. Shido Harry and Elias and Stimpson, welcome all of you to the stream. How good to have you with us. Now, the rules of distinction are generally straightforward. Answer the questions on the boards. 35, good. Well, this is very nice indeed. I'm not going to leave it much longer, because I said I want to get this game going by 8:30, and it's currently 8:28. I've had mince pie, and I've got my little foil tray left over there. I just felt like sharing that with you all. And yeah, well, I think I'm going to give it to the rest of this loop, and then I think we're going to get going, because there's no point in hanging around. So I'm very grateful to Ash, who has written the bulk of this pack and for proofing the ones that I wrote. And very many thanks to him for his efforts. Coming up a bit later on, we have got The Escape Artist, as written by a collab venture of Dogfish, Score Count, and BC, and a bit of a proofing team as well on that. Myself, Lewis, and Cola have all sort of chipped in to get that proofed. So even more quiz coming up later on this Quizmas evening at game night. So lots to look forward to. But we've got 36, 37 of you now, or 36 I think, in the lobby for Distinction. I hope you're ready to play and have some fun with this Quizmas pack. It's been written by Ash the Bash. And just before we do the thing, here's a message from our sponsor, Ash the Bash.
Good evening, folks. Enjoy all. Also 76 months. Crazy stuff at Bash Doot.
76 months. That's an insane number. That's almost 77 months. but not quite. It's 76 months. Mate, thank you very much for the support and indeed for this question pack. I hope you enjoy watching it from the wings. Let's see if we can have a lot of fun with this. It's the fourth game of Quizmas. It's Distinction as written by Ash the Bash. Let's play! Now, the theme for this pack won't necessarily present itself immediately. I will explain the theme at the end of the first round. And in this first round, we have got 3 boards of 10. The objective is to find the answers that fulfill the criteria at the top of the board, which will be revealed in just a minute. You have got 60 seconds to populate those answers, and you only get major points for them if you're the first person to say them. So if you're typing in an answer and it's saying it's not there or already taken, it might be someone beat you to the punch. If you get in within 5 seconds, then you get some pity points. There's also 3 bonuses, 1 hidden on each board, which are worth 50% more points. So if you can be lucky and uncover those, you could be in with a cheeky bonus. You can give me a maximum of 3 answers, after which no further answers will be accepted, and your answers can come from anywhere, all from the same board, 1 from each, or 2 from one and 1 from another. Think we all know the rules. If not, hopefully that's a brief overview. Be fast, be furious, be right, and don't give any answers that are already on the board. Good luck to you all. No penalties for wrong answers, incidentally. So just keep pressing and guessing. Ash, Jack, Jerry, welcome all of you to the stream. Just keep pressing and guessing. Good luck. 3 boards, and in this first round, we are looking for 7-letter words that can be made from the word partridge, the 10 most populous cities and towns in France, and the 10 most common UK birds. These boards are all exhaustive, which means there are only 10 answers per board. There's 2 of the bonuses gone already. I'll give you a hint. The words on the left are in alphabetical order.
Oh, no, they're not, because I shuffled them. Ignore me.
They're not in alphabetical order, so that won't help you. But there are 10 of them, I promise. Okay, 1 more French town or city to find, 2 more birds, and still quite a few partridge words eluding you. 6 to go. I tell a lie. 2 to go. 3 to go. I can't count. Any more for any more? We have cleared France. And any more in the grace time? Yes, there's 1 from AB Me. Well, you've done jolly well there. 26 out of 30 is not a bad effort. Yeah, sorry, because I wrote them. I wrote that particular board, and I wrote them in alphabetical order, but I forgot I clicked the button to shuffle. We've cleared France. Yes, we have indeed cleared France. Let's take a look at the missing answers, and then I'll give you a bit more detail and tell you what the theme running through tonight is. Diptera, which was the bonus answer on that left board, and Rapider was the other one. And over on the other side, the European goldfinch and the other tit, the long-tailed tit. There are a few tits that are very popular in the UK. Just to go through those, we've got a partier as a party goer. Tarried, which is the past tense of tarry. Triage, which you might hear in hospital, is to sorted and prioritised based on urgency. Parried, to defend yourself. Diptera, that's actually a fly. Rapider, more rapid. Tardier, which is slower. Partied, the past tense of party. Grapier, which is more grapey, which I really like. The Merlot is grapier than the Bordeaux. And pirated, you wouldn't download a car now, would you? On to the French cities. They are there in order of population, with Paris obviously the most populous, through Marseille, Lyon, Toulouse, Nice, Nantes, Montpellier, Strasbourg, Bordeaux, and Lille. Down to 239,000 for Lille. As to your birds, house sparrow, which are there in the order of most popularity. This is according to Green Feathers. House sparrow, common starling, blue tit, common wood pigeon, common blackbird, European goldfinch, great tit, European robin, long-tailed tit, and the black-billed magpie. So these are all according to Word Finder for the first board, according to the INSEE 2022 population census for the France board, and Green Feathers for the bird board. Now, you may have spotted the theme. You might have spotted a theme emerging here, and this is going to pervade throughout the rest of the pack. We've got up there a partridge in a pear tree, 3 French hens, and 4 calling birds. Sort of. That is the prevailing theme. So each of the boards you will face this evening will have some reference to one of the verses in the 12 Days of Christmas. It might be a direct link, it might be a slightly more tenuous link, but there is a hook into one of the 12 Days of Christmas throughout this board tonight. So, that is the first round. Let's clear that board and go to the VR headset of news to check out who our leaders are after round 1. And now cut that out. Welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at these scores. Few people yet to score, but don't worry, there's still plenty to go. Players are unable to find one of the answers on the board, going up the ranks. Topper is the first one to get some points, some pity points there. 5 points, currently in 19th place. Still got Marcini, Cola, Woolly Back, I don't know why I read them the other way around. Jack and Conrad also on 5. Vertigo's got 10. Toot, Matt, CJ on 20. A Run on 25, as is Leather Feather. G-Isons and Apodo and ABME also have 25. Riff, now Cliv Vatless, and Fets are all on 30. Into our top 6 then. Twat and Jerry have 40. Ralph has 50. Sham in third with 65. Ben's in second with 75, but it is last Quizmas' winner, currently in the lead with 80 points. It's Zeus. There's a lot of raid messages seem to come in when I started invoking the tits. Don't forget you can suggest your raid message right there, and whoever gets the raid message will be immortalised forever on the Persephone Share website, and it will become our raid message tonight. And you also get some pennies to go with it. So do get them in. You can suggest up to 3, and then the bot will say no more K thanks. Start invoking the tits. Yeah, the other tit. Actually, there's only 2 tit messages up there so far, so keep them coming in. I'll have a browse through them at halftime. Anyone else want to come join? Now is the opportunity to do that. Oh, sorry, just had something went down the wrong way there. Okay. We good? Yes, calm down, Automod. Right, I think we should press on. Round number 2. Let's go there now. Oh, we misspelled it. Oh, that will never do. Okay, round 2. 3 boards in this round as well. But except in this round, we're going to take them one at a time. The objective here is to give me the rarest correct answer. That is the answer that fewest of your competitors, your colleagues, your cohorts in this pack or in this game are going to go for. So if it's, for example, I don't know, colours on a Rubik's Cube, you might want to go for the most obscure colour on a Rubik's Cube that is also correct. If you give me a wrong answer, or you abstain, you get no points. However, if you give me a right answer, you are guaranteed at least 10 points, with that going up the rarer the answer is. With on this particular board, the rarest answers the players who give the rarest answers will receive 60 points. Okay, so those are the rules. You've got 30 seconds, and you're only going to give me one answer, so think of the rarest one you can. And we're starting with, well, we're going jumping in order a little bit, and we're going to 10 Lords a Leaping. 30 seconds to tell me subtitles in the original Lord of the Rings and Hobbit film trilogies. This does not include the 2024 anime film titled The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Does not include that one. The original Lord of the Rings and Hobbit film trilogies from the early noughties and the mid-10s, or early 10s. Well, I'm not panicking too much, but I've got some strange answers come in, and I was looking at it thinking, oh, those are some slightly odd answers. I would expect, I'm wondering if something has happened with the question data. Or if people have just misinterpreted, because if people have misinterpreted this question, about 4 people have misinterpreted it in a way that I can't misinterpret. I don't understand. So, Well, look, I'm going to reveal what's happened. Let's reveal the wrong answers, and we will go through this. And hopefully they might just be wrong answers, but I mean, well, let's have a look. We've got Korean, Japanese, and Spanish. Okay, she's just misunderstood the question, but I'm kind of fine with that. That's okay. I was just having a little panic because have you got the wrong question or something? Because 3 players went for, inexplicably, just went for languages: Korean, Japanese, and Spanish. Oh, subtitles. I see. No, subtitles of the film. Subtitles. I get you. I get you. Oh, you get me a little panic there. No, we've just misinterpreted the use of subtitles. Fine. Good. Right. Ash, what do you think about The King Returns? I think we've got to be a little bit mean on this one because they are quite specific. And I think the same has to apply to Smaug as well, because they're close, but not quite. I think when it comes to things like this, which are exact film titles, so there probably is in most languages. I think we've got to be exact, so I'm afraid A, B, me, and Xmas Moliday. I'm afraid we're not going to allow those. And neither are we going to allow Korean, Japanese, or Spanish. So let's calculate the points, and let's see if you covered all 6 answers. You did, so very well done. We've got all 6 answers covered. Let's go through them and see how you got on. So, 11 players getting 10 points for the most popular answer. The Two Towers: Matt, Pyro, Jerry, Zeus, Cola, G. Eisens, Elias, Jacopodo, Ben, and Simpsons Angle. Yes, The Two Towers, second of the Lord of the Rings films, released in 2002, winning 2 Academy Awards and 8 Visual Effects Society Awards, amongst others. Next most popular, 20 points for the 6 players who said The Battle of the Five Armies: Topolist, Sham, Shapes, Grams, Silver Electron, and Toot. Yes, The Battle of the Five Armies was the 3rd film in the Hobbit trilogy, released in 2014. Lots of nominations, but fewer wins. 30 points for the 5 players who said The Desolation of Smaug. Now, Cliv Vatlas, Twat, Gerontory, Stilgar, and Flyboy, all going for The Desolation of Smaug, the 2nd of the Hobbit films, released in 2013. Lots of nominations and some wins. 40 points to the 4 players who said The Fellowship of the Ring. Marcini, Ralph, Leatherfeather, and Riff. Fellowship of the Ring, my favourite of the 6 that are up here, released in 2001, winning 4 Academy Awards and 5 BAFTAs, amongst others. Very well done to you, 40 points. 50 points to the 2 players who said The Return of the King. Close but no cigar, ABME, Fett, and Oh Shortbread going for The Return of the King, which won every Oscar ever made. Released in 2003, winning every Academy Award it was nominated for. I think the only film to have done that. 11 in total, and every Golden Globe for a total of 4. Very well done to Vertigo, the only player to give us the answer. An Unexpected Journey. 60 points to you. That is the first of the Hobbit films, released in 2012, nominated for a lot of accolades, but not only winning some. But only winning some. No Academy Awards or BAFTAs for that. I think a lot of you possibly know, I may have mentioned, that my little tradition between Christmas and New Year is that I always watch the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings films. It's the only time in the year I watch it. I don't watch it like when I'm ill or anything. I tend to watch other things. But between Christmas and New Year, Lord of the Rings Extended Trilogy. And I encourage you to join me. It doesn't have to be exact. They don't have to be on one day. They don't even have to be on consecutive days. But in that weird week between Christmas and New Year, give them a watch. If you haven't seen them, you won't be disappointed. Well done, everyone there. Let's load up another board. And Bruce, welcome to the stream. Okay, we have got 7 answers on this board. We have 10 Lords leaping. This one, the category for this one could have fitted the last category as well, but it's a very different subject matter. 30 seconds, and we're looking at 5 gold rings. This is our theme this time. 30 seconds to tell me a precious metal with a spot price of at least $1,000 per kilogram. This is according to Daily Metal Prices. Before I reveal the answers, Conradalac, Can you confirm what you meant to say there before I reveal anything? Because it's quite... It might be that that's a typo. It might not be. But can you just confirm what you intended to put? Okay. I thought that was the case, but it's one of those ones I thought I'll just get a quick check. And you said it before I've revealed anything, so I will condone that as that because it hasn't gone through the spell checker. But all answers are in. Now, let's take a look at the wrong answers first of all. Diamond, unfortunately, is not a metal. It's pure carbon, which is an element, but not a metal. Emerald, also a gemstone, but not a metal. Titanium, that's what I would have gone for, actually, where I play in this game, but alas, does not cost $1,000 per kilogram. It's immensely strong, though, but as you can imagine, I think aeroplanes would be quite expensive if it cost as much as that. Conrad, this is the answer that I said. It was... Conrad did confirm that with me before I revealed anything. Not that one. Is it that one? That one. I'm going to condone that one as that. Good. I like it when things work. No, it's at copper. Again, copper. That would make pipe works incredibly expensive. Another titanium and a couple with no answer. So most players getting a correct answer. Now, let's see. Did you cover all 7 answers? No, there is one answer that you've missed out here. Okay, so let's go through these. First of all, 20 points going to the 10 players who said platinum, which was the answer Conrad was going for. AB Me, Twat, Fet, Shapes, Ralph, Conrad, Stilgar, Silver Electron, Simpsons Angle, and Lomlanut. All going for platinum. Very well done there. Yeah, used in catalytic converters, valued around $1,700 per troy ounce. It's about $55,000 per kilogram. Very, very expensive. Next most popular answer, 30 points for the 8 players who said gold. Marcini, now Clivthetless, Matt, Jerry, O Shortbread, Camel Kazi, and Riff. And CJ, all going for gold. Probably one of the more obvious answers on the board, but still worth 30 points. Valued at around $4,200 per troy ounce. That's around $137,000 per kilogram. Very well done. 50 points, and there's 2 lots of 50 points. First of all, 50 points for the 4 players who said silver. Topper, Zeus, Giesens, and Apodo. Valued $63 per troy ounce, just over $2,000 per kilogram. And also 50 points for the 4 players who said palladium, Sham, Cola, Flyboy, and Toot. Good answer there. Again, used in catalytic converters, valued at around $1,500 per troy ounce, about $48,000 per kilogram. And then we've got a tie at the top. 1 player each going for the next 2 answers. 70 points to the player who said iridium. Very well done, Pyro. This is used in spark plugs primarily, valued about $4,500 per troy ounce. That's nearly $150,000 per kilo. And Ben also giving us a distinct answer there for 70 points. Rhodium, used in catalytic converters, again valued at $7,975 per troy ounce. That's around $250,000 per kilo. Now, the one missing answers that nobody went for, tricky one, ruthenium, which is used for heavy-duty electrical contacts, valued around $900 per troy ounce, nearly $30,000 per kilo. It is not to be confused with rubidium nor rutherfordium, neither of which I believe are metals. So nobody getting ruthenium, but... and Danger Dimples, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here for our Quizmas festive edition of Distinction. Very well done if you got some points out of that. Let's clear that board down and go to board number 3 of this round. Now, this one comes from me in particular, which will hopefully become very obvious when I reveal what the board is. Let's see what you think of this. Our theme is 6 geese a-laying. Where could we possibly be going with this? 6 answers available, 30 seconds to tell me one, and name an action that can be performed using the control pad in Untitled Goose Game. This is any of the 6 things the player can control the goose to do. There it is. Now, I'll tell you in advance, there are a couple that I need to condone here. So don't bite my head off like an angry goose before I've had a chance to do it. There's a couple because it was a slightly broader palette of answers, but there's a few that are quite clearly correct. So let's go through the wrong answers and just give me a minute to go through and condone them. So, round through wrong answers. Bite is a wrong answer, I'm afraid, Toppy. You don't bite in this game. It's a wholesome game. You're an annoying goose, not an evil goose. Or a horrid goose, rather than evil. Squeak. No, I don't think so. It's very definitely not a squeak, that sound. A.B. Me. Sprint. Yes, I will take that. Under that one, I think. Oh, no, it's going the other way around. Of course it's going the other way around. There we go. I'll condone that one, A.B. Me. Bite, again, we can't have. Jerry, I will take that one as well. Where are you, Jerry? Yeah, that one I'll allow. Eat, no, we can't. We don't eat in that. Flap your wings. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that one hasn't got through, to be honest. But, oh, actually, I do know. But yes, I will take that one. No answer. Jump. No, you don't jump in this game. No answer, no answer. Honking, yeah, I'll take that. That one, yeah. And explode. No, we don't explode in this game. So thank you for your patience, just while I went through condoning those. So those are all the wrong answers there. Now, let's calculate the points. Did you cover all 6 answers? No, again, we've left one answer off, but we have got a tie in first place. So let's go through. First of all, 20 points for the 10 players who said... Indeed. Now, Cliff Atlas, Pyro Shapes, G. Isons, Camel Fkazi, Toot Apodo, Ben, Stimson's Angle, and CJ for honk. Yes, of course, you can honk in this game, and it's the first command you actually do in the game before you do anything else at all. It says, press X to honk. If you're playing on an Xbox, anyway, these are the Xbox controls. Press X to honk. Very well done. 30 points to the 7 players who said... Flap your wings, Matt, Twat, Ralph, Leatherfeather, Zeus, Stilgar, and Silver Electrons. Yes, press right trigger to flap your wings. Very well done for 30 points. 40 points for the 4 players who said... Grab, or some variation thereupon. Fetz, Conrad, Panda, and Xmas Moliday. Yes, so grab, or press B to grab or drag items. Steal was also covered under that. Grab, drag, steal item, something like that. And then our first place tie. And it's really interesting that these are perhaps the 2 most obvious ones, because you do these in most games where you control a character. 60 points for the 3 players who said... Move, or walk, Jerry, Cola, and Riff. Yeah, just use the directional stick to move around the overworld. And 3 people went for run, or sprint in the case of AB Me, AB Me, Sham, and Vertigo. Yes, you hold A to run. Well, that's come out quite nicely. I rather enjoyed that. Pick up the knife and put it in your mouth. Grab. Yeah, grab item is what it's classified as. Now, the one nobody got, there is a missing answer there. Shall we take a look? The 7th key section, Raging Storm. I'm afraid that is not the one. And it's not poop neither. It is bend down head. We did rather charitably accept duck and crouch for that as well. But yes, you can bend down your head, which is useful to go under styles and things like that, or smaller spaces. You can bend down your head. So there we go. That is the result of our Goosey board. That is the end of the board and the end of round 2. So let's go check in with the VR headset of news and see what the scores are. You accept, yeah, the irony was not lost on me, Vertigo. We'd accept duck for a goose game. Right, let's take a look. Still Shadow Harry yet to score, but Jack's now on 15, Graham's on 20, Woollyback's 25, Gerontory on 30, and Natter on 40. Simpsons Angle and Panda and Camel Fkazi are on 50, Shapes has 60, Conrad 65, CJ's on 70. Silver Electron on 70, Topper and Marcini on 75, Flyboy's got 80, Stilgar's on 85, Matt is on 90. Leatherfeather's on 95, Pyro's got 100, oh, Shortbread and G. Isons and Apodo and AB Me all on 105. Now, Cliff Atlas, Toot, they're both on 110. Twats on 120. Cola 125. Vertigo 130. Looks like we've got a big old tie. Ralph on 140, along with Jerry and Thet. And into our top 4, Riff 160. Zeus slips to 3rd on 170. Ben climbs to 2nd with 175. But it's Sham who takes the lead with 195 at the end of round 2. Delicious Prosecco. Now, if you want to come and join the game, because you've joined midstream, you can do so right there. Oh, indeed, at persephoneshare.com/unicorn. Do come and join the game. We've got another round before the final. And in the next round, we will see if we've got one of our Quizmas champions before us. But yes, a room code is also there. I hope you're having fun so far with this 12 days of Christmas-themed pack. We've had partridge, we've had French hens, we've had calling birds, we've had gold rings, lords are leaping, and 6 geese are laying. Let's go to our next round and check out the next 3 boards and find out what theme comes with them. And 9 raccoons are rummaging. Very nice. Drummers in the 4 drummers in the Beatles. Right. 3 boards, another classic distinction style, 10 answers on each. The difference between this round and round 1 is that these boards are not necessarily exhaustive. There may be more than 10 answers, but there are only 10 included on this board. So you have to slightly get inside Ash's and just Ash's head, because Ash wrote all 3 of these boards. We're doubling the points, so it's 40 points for each correct answer. There's still 3 bonuses, 1 on each board, which are worth 60 points if you can find them, so 180 points potentially up for grabs. It is not over yet. So, be pressing and guessing. Remember, as soon as an answer has been revealed, you won't get any more points for it. You'll still get pity points if you answer within 5 seconds of the first player to get it. And, yeah, keep pressing and guessing. That's the name of the game. 60 seconds to give me up to 3. Very best of luck. And we're looking for sources of milk, ballroom and traditional dance styles, and percussion instruments that can appear with an orchestra. These are making up 8 maids of milking, 9 ladies dancing, and 12 drummers drumming. There's our first bonus, going for goat over on the milky board, either over on the left. This is animal or plant-based milk that we're looking for. Keep pressing and guessing. 30 seconds to go. Nine answers to find. 8 answers to find. Any more for any more? Last 5 seconds. Oh, goodness me. 2 answers in the grace time. The sound effects in isolation are very funny. Well done to Sam and Pyro. Obviously, just managing to sneak in before the Universal Controller cut you off. Slightly embarrassed that humour was the first answer I got. My brain melts about a third of the way through this round. It can do that, but you've done jolly well, clearing all but 1 on the first 2 boards. A little trickier with the instruments that can appear with an orchestra. Let's take a look at those wrong answers first of all. The missing answers on the milk board. Hemp. You can get it from hemp, or which is industrial hemp. You can get milk from, apparently. I can't say I've ever tried it, but all the others are good answers. And we missed out the 2 bonuses, curiously, on the middle and right board. But Lupine getting the goat answer for some bonus points. Appropriate goat becoming a bonus. I like that. Tap was the one that we missed on the dance board. Yeah, Ash and I had a little chat about that, and I've written a note here on the piano board. It's not a common occurrence, but it has been known to appear most commonly in piano concerti repertoire. And we did phrase the question that can appear with an orchestra, not necessarily in an orchestra, because the piano is not strictly speaking an orchestral instrument, and it is strictly speaking a glorified drum. Other ones that we missed there, the rain stick, the flexotone, and wind chimes. We did also accept chimes for that. Flexotone, is that the... no, that's vibroslap I'm thinking of, which is the countdown noise. More cowbell. I know, not enough cowbell up there. Terrific shame. Thinking for the action. That would be good. Yeah, triangle. That is a percussion instrument. You do get that. It's in Carmen you get a triangle, but not on this board, I'm afraid. Well, shall we check out the scores and see who our finalists are going to be for this edition of Distinction? And remember, if you don't make it into the final, you've still got a very, very important job to do. But for now, let's end the round and go to the VR headset of news as we find out who our Distinction finalists are going to be. Judo Harry, not having much luck. Jack with 15, Grams with 20, Wooly back with 30, Nata with 45, Stimson Zanger with 50. Campbell Kazi with 50 as well. Shapes has 60, CJ and Conrad on 70, Topper 75, Flyboy 85. Still got 90. Leather Feather 100, Geontary on 110, on Shortbread and Apodo and Silver Electron. All on 115. Marcini's got 125. Vertigo and Panda on 130. Cola and Matt on 135. G. Eisens has 145. As does AB Me and Pyro. Now Cliv Thatless and Toot are both on 150. Jerry's got 155. Twat has 160. And to our top 6, Riff on 200. Vets on 220. Sam is knocked off the top spot, or out of the top 3 with 240. And our finalists are Ralph with 250, Ben with 255, and with a colossal 290 going in pole position, it is Zeus. Now, this is very interesting, because when we played the Perks the other day, Ben was also a finalist, but got eliminated by Toot, which gave Zeus the default prize. Now, Zeus, since he already has a prize, if he wins the game, it would defer to second place. So, it's going to be a battle between Zeus, Ben, and Ralph. Zeus has a massive advantage for the gold medal, but like I say, has already won a Quizmas prize. So, looks like it's going to be a bit of a race between Ben and Ralph. Who will emerge victorious? We will see. That's the end of round 3. Last opportunity to come and join this lobby before we go to the final round, which is the final round. The final round is the final round. Very, very interesting looking final. Zeus has a very healthy advantage going into it. But Ben and Ralph have got their eyes on the prize. Ben, in his second final in 2 days, didn't manage to make it work out the other day, though he didn't have much agency because he was eliminated with that question. But can he turn it to his advantage this evening? Ralph, of course, not very many points behind Ben. So, yes, it's going to make for interesting viewing. And, of course, if you're not one of our 3 finalists, you have got a very important job to do in this, the Distinction Final. So, very quickly, a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Hello from AEW in Cardiff. Sorry I can't be here, but I hope you're all having a great evening.
Thanks for the 100 bits, JR. Hope you keep it well. Hope you managed to get your car sorted out and that the wrestling is going down very well. Lovely to see you, my dude. Now, non-finalists. You have got 1 minute to give me as many answers as you can to the question that I'm about to show you. You can give me up to 5. As with round 2, the rarer the answer, that is the fewer players who give it, the more points it's worth. My advice with this is always to start with some of the rarer ones, and if you've still got gaps, go for some of the more obvious ones later on, because they're still worth points, even if they are slightly fewer points. Okay? Now, this question has some caveats to it, which I will explain after I've unlocked the question. And finalists, do be having a think about these answers. You won't be able to answer at this portion, but be having a think about some answers and keep your ear open for the caveats, because they are very, very important to clarify this question. It's very festive, because what's more festive than the most festive thing you get on TV around this festive time of year? And we are theming with 11 pipers piping. 60 seconds to tell me. Credited Doctor Who companion actors or actresses other than Billie Piper since 2005. Off you go. We are looking for actors or actresses playing characters other than the Doctor who have been credited in the opening title sequence of any live-action episode of Doctor Who since its relaunch in 2005, other than Billie Piper. "30 seconds. Right, Shapes has found 5. Jack's found 5. Sam's found 5. Oh, we've got a few abstentions there. It was a particularly tricky board, I have to say. And it's maybe slightly niche-ish. But I make no apology for that. Doctor Who is quite festive, and it's quite popular the world over. Now, caveats before I unlock it. Again, credited Doctor Who companion actors or actresses other than Billie Piper since 2005. Any actors or actresses playing characters other than the Doctor who have been credited in the opening title sequence of any live-action episode of Doctor Who since its relaunch in 2005, other than Billie Piper. There is one very specific caveat I'm going to give you in case you're a massive Doctor Who fan. David Tennant is a wrong answer, despite the fact that he theoretically plays a character called John Smith in the episode Human Nature in Series 3. We considered that David Tennant is not, he was still playing the Doctor. The Doctor had just assumed a different role. So David Tennant will be a wrong answer. Beyond that, if they've appeared in the opening title sequence, then they're good for an answer. And I went through all of the different title sequences to check that this was... It is very tenuous, but that's why I'm clarifying it now, Topper. So, I can tell you, 56 answers have been played. There are... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24, 5, 6, 7. That's it. So there were 28 answers available, and of those 28 answers, 10 of them are distinct. So this might be a matter of just hitting a right answer. Let's see what happens. Zeus, you came in with the highest score. Can I have your first answer, please? Zeus starting off with Arthur Darvill. Arthur Darvill. Is that the right answer? Yes, Arthur Darvill first appeared in Series 5, Episode 1, but wasn't credited in the titles until the 25th of December 2010, the Christmas special, A Christmas Carol. He portrayed Rory Williams. That is a correct answer. How many people said Arthur Darvill? Just 3. You lose 15 points. You're down to 275. Not a bad start. Now, Ben, who's self-confessed he doesn't watch Doctor Who, but maybe he can recall some of the actors who've been in it. Ben, can I have your first answer, please? Jenna Coleman. Jenna Coleman. Is that a correct answer? Yes, absolutely right. First credited in The Snowmen on the 25th of December 2012, though first appeared in Asylum of the Daleks, played Clara, Doctor's companion Clara. So right answer, how many people said Jenna Coleman, the Impossible Girl? That's what you wanted to see on a round you don't like. It is one of the 10 distinct answers. Very well done, Ben. You keep your score of 255. Let's see if you can get another one of those on the second pass. For now, we're going to come to Ralph. Can I have your first answer, please? Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. Is that right? Yes, she played Astrid Peth. One episode she appeared in Voyage of the Damned from the 25th of December 2007. Interestingly, you've gone for Christmas special credits so far. Kylie Minogue is a right answer. How many players said Kylie Minogue? Just the two, losing 10 points down to 240. No change to the positions, but the gaps slightly closer at the top, slightly wider at the bottom. So we're going to go the other way now. Ralph, can I have your second answer, please? Pearl Mackie. Pearl Mackie. Is that a right answer? Yes, absolutely right. First credited in the pilot, 15th of April 2017. She played Bill Potts. How many players said Pearl Mackie? Absolute icon. Oh, we're talking about Danny Miller. I thought Pearl Mackie was an icon. How many players? What if you 5 going for Pearl Mackie? You lose 25 points. You're down to 215. So, Ben, can I have your second answer, please? You're 40 points clear at the moment. So if 8 or fewer players said it, then you're in a good position. Bradley Walsh. Bradley Walsh. Right answer? Is the right answer. Bradley Walsh, first credited in The Ghost Monument, 14th of October 2018, because the episode he first appeared in, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, didn't have a title sequence. But yes, Bradley Walsh was credited, and that's that particular era of Doctor Who is so very forgettable. I genuinely can't remember the name of the character he played. I think it was Graham, but I might be wrong. It is a right answer. If 8 or fewer people said Bradley Walsh, then you've won the Quizmas prize, and I guaranteed the silver medal. How many players said Bradley Walsh? He did basically play Bradley Walsh, didn't he? Oh, 7! You lose 35 points. You finish on 220, but it's enough for a guaranteed silver, possibly a gold depending how Zeus plays. And you've got that Quizmas prize. You're vindicated from your Purge upset the other day, and very well played to you, Ben. Because Zeus, of course, already has a Quizmas prize, but he does want another gold medal. Let's take a look. Zeus, can I have your second answer, please? Mandip Gill. Mandip Gill. Is that right? Absolutely right. Again, first credited in The Ghost Monument, 14th of October 2018. Played Yasmin Khan, I think. The right answer. How many players said Mandip Gill? 4. You lose 20 points, taking you down to 255. So your final scores are basically what you came in on, just a little lower. It's a bronze to Ralph with 215, a silver to Ben, and a Quizmas prize with 220. But your gold medalist and champion of distinction tonight with 255 is Zeus! Well done to our 3 medalists, and well done to all of you if you said any of those at home. Let's just take a look at the other answers, going through in order of popularity. Most popular answer up there was Catherine Tate. 10 players getting 22 points. First credited in The Runaway Bride, 25th of December 2006. Bradley Walsh was then the next most popular that we had from Ben earlier on. Pearl Mackie that we had earlier on from Ralph, 26 points for her. Freema Agyeman, 32 points for the 4 players who said Freema Agyeman. Played Martha Jones, first credited in Smith & Jones, 31st of March 2007. Karen Gillan, I thought more people might go for her. Karen Gillan, who played Amy Pond, first credited in The 11th Hour, 3rd of April 2010, 32 points. Mandip Gill, that we had earlier on from Zeus. Arthur Darville, that we had earlier on from Zeus as well, for 40 points. John Barrowman played Captain Jack Harkness. I was Captain Jack Sparrow then. 40 points. First credited in Utopia, Series 3. They first appeared in Series 1. Matt Lucas for 40 points. Good answer there. First credited in The Return of Dr. Mysterio, 25th of December 2016, though appeared a year earlier in the previous Christmas special. Toshin Cole, 40 points for the 3 players who said him. He was the 3rd of the 3 companions in the Jodie Whittaker era. John Bishop, very well done, Vertigo and Shortbread, 44 points for John Bishop. He appeared in the Flux mini-series, which was officially canon Doctor Who, which was the Halloween Apocalypse, 31st of October 2021. 2 again for Kylie Minogue for Astrid Peth that we had earlier on. Alex Kingston, Toot, getting an answer for Alex Kingston. Now, funnily enough, she's been appearing on and off since Series 4, but which is about 2008, but wasn't credited in the titles until 2015. The Husbands of River Song Christmas special. One go for Bernard Cribbins. Very well done to Nat for picking up Bernard Cribbins. Again, appearing on and off since the Christmas special after Series 3. But where is he? Where have you gone, Bernie? On my list. First credited as a companion in The End of Time Part 1, Christmas Day 2009. Elizabeth Sladen, Shapes going for that. Again, that was in the mega crossover MCU time, when we had about 5 companions in the titles, including Elizabeth Sladen, who played Sarah Jane Smith. Lindsay Duncan, great answer there from Shapes, who played Captain Adelaide Brooke in The Waters of Mars, one of my favourite episodes. Michelle Reyes, Shapes is wearing his Whovian card strongly, played Lady Christina de Souza in Planet of the Dead, 11th of April 2009. Jack going for Varada Sethu, the most recent person to appear in the opening titles. First appeared in the Robot Revolution, playing Belinda, 12th of April 2025. To our pointless answers, Claire Skinner appeared in a Christmas special with Matt Smith. David Morrissey, who, the contentious answer, appeared as a character who thought he was the Doctor but wasn't in another Christmas special. Janet Fielding, that's first appeared in The Power of the Doctor, though appeared in Classic Who as Tegan. Jenna Coleman, that we had earlier on from Ben. John Sim, who played the Master in Series 3, was actually credited in the companion titles in The End of Time Part 1. Mark Gatiss, who's appeared in various guises, appeared in the titles for Twice Upon a Time, which was Peter Capaldi's Regeneration episode. Millie Gibson, first credited in The Church on Ruby Road, Ncuti Gatwa's first companion. Nick Frost, who played Father Christmas in Last Christmas, did get his name into the opening titles. Nicola Coughlan, who was in the most recent Christmas special, Joy to the World, who played Joy. And Sophie Aldred, another Classic Who companion, played Ace, appeared in the title credits of The Power of the Doctor. There we go. Sorry to go into all the details. I'm wearing my Whovian card quite warmly on my sleeve as well. I hope you've enjoyed the extra information. If you haven't, then, well, I apologise profusely. Let's go check out the VR headset of news one more time. And JR, Silver Electron, Oscar Fan 22 here. Welcome to the stream. Let's check out those scores. So, Sheila Harry didn't get any answers in, maybe AFK. Graham's getting 20, Woolly back on 30, Camel Fkazi on 50, Conrad 70, Flyboy 85. Stilgar on 90, Leatherfeather on 100, Girontaroy on 110, Nata 123, Marcini 125, Cola 135. Along with Matt on 135, ABME 145, Jerry 155, Apodo 161, CJ 168, Panda 170. Topper on 179, Stimson 180, Pyro 191, Clive on 196, Jack 201, G. Eisens 207. Bets on 220, Silver Electron 235, O Shortbread 245, Riff and Twat on 246, Vertigo 272. Toot on 278, Shapes on 300, Sam takes the Lobby Medal 406. Ralph takes the bronze with 465, Ben the silver with 475, and Zeus takes the gold with a massive 545. It's Ben who gets the Quizmas prize, and that is the end of the game. So, that was the 4th game of Quizmas. I hope you had fun with that, and very many thanks to Ash for the bulk of the questions. Always great to work with him from a writing point of view. And yeah, hope you had fun. We've got even more quiz coming up after the break. We've got the Escape Artist coming up in a few minutes' time. Another collab pack written by Score and... sorry, it's Dogfish principally, but also Score and BC, I know, chipped into this. Thank you to Cola and Lewis as well, who helped me to proof it. So that's coming up in about 5 minutes' time. So do take this opportunity to go and stretch your legs and get some more drinks and snacks. Pop the loo if you need to. And we'll be back with even more quiz fun this game night in just a few minutes' time. Thank you again to Ash. And I hope you've had fun playing Distinction. BC, I'll be in touch with you about your prize in due course. And I'll see you in a few minutes' time. and some Christmas jazz during the break. And when we return, the Escape Artist will be here and a bit of a collab pack. I do hope you will come back and join us for that as Game Night continues in just a few minutes' time. We'll see you very soon. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. back to the second part of game night where it's time for the escape artist. EMZD is the code you need if you want to come and join the game. Universal controller right there, and the room code I've just told you. Universal controller is going to be on a different embed from next time after I update the operator. A couple of people going for some cash-ins, going for the standard 1,000 rather than taking the lottery run. Ardenfetz wants 1,000. Lupine wants 1,000. Let's award them 1,000. There we go. Ardenfetz, the Lupine one, you have been awarded 1,000 pennies. Hurrah. Also, Tom Cairns, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. So, the escape artist returns once again in a pack constructed by a combination of Dogfish, Score Count, and BC. BC, who was our most recent recipient of the Quizmas prize. Congratulations. And, yes, proofed by Cola and Lewis and myself for various reasons that aren't worth going into, but there's been some illness amongst the proofing team, so I'm very grateful to the guys for picking up slack where it was needed. Very much appreciated, and as I always am to the proofing team and indeed the writers team for all their efforts. Just to give you a quick heads up, a couple of notices while you're joining the lobby. So the penny prize draw, which we do at the end of every season, is actually going to be next Saturday, even though it's the last but one episode of the season, because the last episode of the season is Christmas Day. I genuinely have no idea who to expect, how many people are going to be here. It might be that we get, you know, more than normal, and there's other people who can't normally make stream around on Christmas Day. It might be we get 15. I honestly do not know at the moment. I'm planning the stream around 4 PM, so if you are around Christmas Day, do come along. But I thought because that's such an unknown variable, I'll do the penny prize draw a season early, an episode early rather, and then anything you win in that Christmas Day episode will just roll over into season 21. Speaking of season 21, that is going to be kicking off on the 10th of January. The 10th of January. So after Christmas Day, I'm taking a couple of weeks off. Just to rest and recuperate, and also I'll be doing some updates to the build, some repair work, working on a new format as well, so I've got plenty to keep me occupied this Christmas holidays, because I'm off for a couple of 3 weeks from work as well, so that'll be really, really nice once all of the gigs and stuff are done. So yeah, that's all hunky-dory. As to the remainder of this season, we've got 2 more episodes in the sort of the main bulk of the season. Thursday, we've got Crossfire by JR, the 5th game of Quizmas by me, and possibly some DEF CON sneaking in at the end as well. Maybe I'm going to see, A, if I have the time to write some DEF CON questions, and B, how the mood takes me. And then next Saturday, which will be the penny prize draw, we've got Plinko the quiz by Stimpson's Angle, the 6th game of Quizmas, and the return of Google That, as written by Arun. So much to look forward to in the next week or so. And then, of course, the Christmas Day stream, the contents of which are a very closely guarded secret. But there won't be any lottery draws that night, put it that way. I'll tell you that for nothing. But we've got a warm-up and 2 feature games, so hope you can pop along for that if you fancy a break from all the turkey and Baileys. I'll be here from about 4 PM for a little bit of Christmas Day quizzing, and hope you'll come and join me. Now, there's 27 of you in the lobby so far. I'm going to give you another minute or so to come and join before we get on with our second feature game of the night, the Escape Artist. Oh, excuse me. While we're doing this, I'm just going to have a look at the raid messages, because I've not looked at them at all yet. Okay. Okay, I've filtered those out. We've got a few to look through later on. Right, that's probably long enough. 27 of you in the game. Let's begin. Welcome to you all. You're all locked in your cells, and the objective is to escape. You can do that in various different ways, depending on what the round is, but the general idea is answer questions. Get them right. Any more rules are just nuances and subtleties, and I'll go through them now. Round 1 is initiate. Answer and no, since I cannot. I do not have that good level of control. Oh, excuse me. Answer any 5 of the 10 questions in order to escape. The harder the question, the more points it is worth. You cannot answer more than 5 questions correctly. Once you've got 5 correct answers, you'll be locked out from answering any more. If you answer incorrectly, you lose a life, lose all 3 lives, or fail to answer 5 questions before the end of the round, you will be eliminated. No penalties for abstention, but of course, if there are not enough questions for you to get 5, you'll be eliminated automatically. So abstain with caution if you're going to. At the end of the round, I'll give you a bonus point for every life that you've got remaining, and I will give you 3 lives back to play with in round 2. So, let's check out the order. Oh, God. Question 10 at the end. Again, I think that's the 2nd episode in a row we've seen that with the Escape Artist. And not starting with an easy one either. Starting with question number 9 at the front end. And then it's a bit of a interesting run in the middle. 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6, 10. So we're definitely front-loading the easy questions here. So we might have quite a few early escapes this round. Let's find out as we go to our first question. It's worth 9 points if you choose to play it. Very best of luck to you all. Let's take a look at question number 1. The Roman army was divided into 4 subgroups: contubernia, centuries, legions, and what other unit, the second largest of the 4? Just 2 attempting that question, 25 abstaining. Let's take a look at the answer, which was cohorts. Flybogging for Manipule. Woollyback getting the correct answer. Cohort. Very well played. So yeah, the smallest is the Contubernia, which had 8 fighting men and 2 support staff. And then there were 10 Contubernia in a century. So centuries had 80 soldiers. Then 6 centuries in a cohort and 10 cohorts in a legion. Tricky one to start with. It is not the easiest question of the lot. There are easier ones than that. Let's light you back up. On we go to question number 2, worth 5 points if you want to play it. You've got a choice of answers here, so read the question carefully. Here is question number 2. The 419-mile-long human chain created on the 23rd of August 1989, known as the Baltic Way, spanned 3 countries. Name one of them. (17) attempting that one, 10 abstaining. Clue there was in the Baltic Way, and the correct answers were Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Spanning from Vilnius to Tallinn, it formed part of the Singing Revolution, which ultimately resulted in the restoration of independence to Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. USA and Sweden, both wrong answers. You're going to lose a life, Stimson and CJ, and let's light you back up. Question number 3, getting a little bit easier still. This one worth 4 points if you want to have a go at it. Take a look. The word plumbing is derived from the Latin name for which chemical element? Time. Correct answer was lead, which of course has the chemical symbol Pb, which may have been a clue there. Plumbum is its alternative name, plumbum. This is due to the first effective pipes during the Roman era being made of lead. So that's where we get that from, and why, yes, plumbum, why lead has a chemical symbol Pb. Potassium and plutonium, both wrong answers there. You're going to lose a life, TVP and Kamikaze. Let's light you back up. Question number 4, in theory the easiest one of the lot, just worth a single point if you want to give it a go. Take a look.
And because lead pipes as well, yes.
Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood helped Europe win the Ryder Cup in 2025. In which sport? Time. 20 people having a go, 7 abstentions. Correct answer. It's golf. They're both golfists. Held in New York. Europe won away from home 15-13 over the USA. Wrong answers sailing, alpine skiing, and tennis. Well done if you got that one right. Let's light you back up. Marcini, you're on your last life. Woollyback, you're 1 away from escaping. Let's take a look at question number 5. It's worth 2 points if you want to play. Galoshes, espadrilles, and loafers are worn, not at the same time, on which part of the body? For 2 points. (24) attempting the correct answer. What's the feet? Most accepted, foot. It could also be called gumshoes due to the use of rubber to make them, although other materials are now used. Feet, yeah. Go on, I'll allow that. Feet is the right answer. Woollyback, you're the first player to escape. Very well done. You won't be able to answer any more questions, but you're safely through to round 2. Let's light you back up. PvP, you're on your last life. Tread carefully. Vertigo, Lupine, Natter, Ape, and Jack. 1 more question right, and you will escape into the next round. Let's take a look at question number 6. It's worth 3 points. What currency is used in Greece? (23) attempting, 4 abstaining. The correct answer. It's just the euro, the Greek euro. Hasn't used the drachma since the start of 2002 when the euro replaced it. So lira and drachma. Both of those are incorrect answers. Lupine, Natter, Jack, you have gotten 5 correct. You are due for escape. Very well done. Let's light you back up. Robux. There was a point where the value of the currency in Greece was probably worth about as much as a Robux. Right. Quite a few 1 away now. AB Me, Vertigo, Only, Jerry, Stimpson, Flyboy, Shapes, Riff, AB Me, Silver Electron, and Matt the Spratch. Still got TV, P, CJ, and Kamikaze. You are on your last life, so tread with caution. Question number 7, if you want to play it, is worth 8 points. Take a look at the question. Anthony Horowitz, as well as having written a few officially licensed James Bond novels, is best known for writing a teen series starring which character? Just 8 attempting, 19 abstaining. The correct answer was Alex Rider, led to a 2006 film Stormbreaker and a 3-season TV series for streaming services. Wrong answers: Sabrina, Percy Jackson, and Jimmy Neutron. Vertigo, Oni, and Simpsons Angle. Very well done. You have escaped into round 2. We will see you there. Unfortunately, Stilgar, you've exhausted your lives, or there's not enough questions left. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. AB Me, Jerry, Flyboy, Shapes, Arun, Riff, Ape, Silver Electron, and Matt the Sprat. You are all now 1 away with 3 questions remaining. TVP, Tom, Ken, CJ, and Kamikaze. You need all of them. TVP, CJ, and Kamikaze. You're on your last life. Let's go to question number 8. This is worth 7 points if you want to have a go at it. Take a look. In Italian cuisine, what is asiago a type of? Oscar fan, welcome to the game. Because you've joined after question 5, you get automatically eliminated because there aren't enough questions for you to survive this round, but do continue to play in the shadow game if you like. In Italian cuisine, what is asiago a type of? For 7 points. 18 attempted this question, 8 abstained, and the correct answer is a cheese. It has a protected designation of origin, like the Melton Mowbray pork pie, for example, or Stilton. No, is Stilton? No, cheddar. Wait. Lots of cheeses have protected designation of origin. I can't remember any others now. But it's produced in alpine areas of Italy. ABB, Jerry, Flyboy, Arun, Riff, 8 Minky, Silver Electron, and Matt the Sprat. Very well done. You have all escaped into the next round. We'll see you there. Pasta, bread, beef, and lettuce were all wrong answers. And TVP and Tom Cairns. I'm afraid it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Two questions left in the round. Vet, Shapes, Effrontery, Apodo, you're one away. G. Eisens, Conradalac, CJ, Pyro, and Kamikaze. You need both. G. Eisens, Conradalac, CJ, Pyro, and Kamikaze. Same names in a different order. You're also on your last life. Take a look at question number 9. This is worth 6 points if you want to attempt it. Good luck. What's the capital city of Malaysia? Six attempted, 18 abstained, the correct answer. Kuala Lumpur, we also accepted KL. Also the most populous city in the country with just over 2 million inhabitants in the 2024 census. Nunya and Phuket, both wrong answers. Phuket, I think, is it Thailand or Bangkok? Is Phuket in Thailand? I think it's in Thailand. Shapes and Apodo, you're due for escape. G. Eisens, Conradalac, CJ, and Pyro Pygmy. Unfortunately, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. It is in Thailand. Not the capital. The capital's Bangkok. Ah, there we go. Yes, Bangkok's the capital, but yes, Phuket is in Thailand. As I say, I thought Phuket was the capital city, but it's not. So, Vets, Effrontery and Kamikaze, you need this last question. Effrontery and Kamikaze, you're also on your last life. Academic at this point. Let's take a look at question number 10. See what you can do with this. It's worth 10 points. It's the hardest of the lot. Very best of luck. Here it is. Cenk Uyghur is the uncle of which noted internet personality? He was somewhat recently name-checked in the New York City mayoral debate when Andrew Cuomo called for Zoran Mamdani to condemn him. Just 2 from the main game attempting that one. And the correct answer was Hassan Abi. This relationship is hardly shocking when you look at the views of both. I'm not getting into politics on this stream. I don't know enough about all of the people name dropped here to get into it. Anyway, Hassan Piker, I believe, is his real name, but his online moniker is Hassan Abi. Either of those were acceptable. And it's wrong answers all round, or abstentions for our remaining players. Vets, Effrontery, Kamikaze, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. So at the end of that opening round, 17 players escaped and 11 were eliminated. Let's add an extra point onto your scores for every life that you've got and go to round number 2. Round 2 is sustain. Reach the target value in order to escape. This will be the highest score plus 15. Every question is now worth 5 points. Give me a wrong answer, you lose one of your 3 refreshed lives. Lose all your lives or fail to hit that target before the end of the round, you will be eliminated. As before, there's no penalty for abstention, but unlike before, once you've gotten 5 correct answers, you may continue to answer to increase your score, which will carry into round 3, but you can still be eliminated if you lose all your lives. As an incentive not to blind guess once you've escaped, I'll give you 2 bonus points for every life that you've got left at the end of the round. However, you've got to hit that target before the bonuses are applied. If the target's 48 and you finish on 47, doesn't matter how many lives you've got, you haven't hit the target, you will be eliminated. Target, as it happens, is 45. The high score is 30. That belongs to Arun on the bottom row. Arun needs 3 to hit the target. Everybody else needs more than that. 5 points a question. Let's go to the first one, and the very best of luck. Who won the 2025 Formula 1 World Drivers' Championship? (13) attempted, 4 abstained. The correct answer was Lando Norris, and apparently at least one of the writers was very glad Verstappen did not get it. That's a name I had heard of from recent things. Wrong answers there. Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, And Michael Schumacher coming in as a bit of a punt. Unfortunately not. And if you gave me anything other than Lando Norris, I'm afraid you're about to lose a life. Slightly back up. 9 questions left, 45 points up for grabs. Question number 2. Which Disney film has a sequel whose structure is based on the play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? Ten players attempting, 7 abstaining. Arden Fetz, I'm just trying to find you in the background game because I need to condone that. The correct answer was The Lion King. Fetz going for Lion King 1.5, which is actually the film. Yes, we're after the original, but you've got intent there, which is good. Yeah, much like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead to Hamlet, The Lion King 1.5 tells the story of Timon and Pumbaa throughout The Lion King. So much like The Lion King is a retelling of Hamlet, the sequel is the 1.5 is a retelling of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which is a play by Tom Stoppard, which again follows the plot of Hamlet from the perspective of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Not like The Lion King 2, which is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. No other answers to condone there. No one been eliminated. Let's light you back up. Nothing to report, so let's go on to question number 3. 8 questions left, 40 points available. Take a look at this. Frequently using One Winged Angel as an encore, Distant Worlds is an internationally touring series of orchestral concerts featuring music from which video game franchise with an alliterative name? 14 attempted, 3 abstained. The correct answer was Final Fantasy. Concerts originally started in 2007. World of Warcraft, whilst alliterative, is not the series we're after, so that is a wrong answer. Stimson's angle. Everyone else getting it right. Well played. Let's light you back up. Okay, only in a run. You are 1 away from escaping, both on 40. There's still 7 questions in the pack. Let's take a look at question number 4. On the IUCN Red List, the category EITW stands for Extinct in the what? All 17 remaining players attempted. The correct answer was wild. I have an explicit note here from the writer to not accept wilderness. It is extinct in the wild. Neither wilderness nor world was a valid answer. Well, very well done to Oni and a run. You have escaped into round 3. Let's light you back up. We'll see you there if you can survive to the end of the round. Remember, you can still answer questions, but you do still risk elimination if you run out of lives. Let's go on to question number 5. Take a look at this. The yukata, a Japanese fashion item, translates to and resembles what common Western item of clothing? There's an answer here I need to condone. My bad for not putting it in when I proved this. I think this is a question that got flipped around, and there's one answer that should have been in the condoning that wasn't. The correct answer is a bathrobe. For all the players, and I know Jack was one of them, said robe. I will accept, and there's a few in the background game who should automatically get condoned for that as well. Yeah, apparently the left side should wrap over the right side before being secured with an obi or belt. Very common at fashionable parties in Japan. Wrong answers there. Belt, dress, hat, coat. All of those incorrect. Very well done, Riff. You have escaped into the next round. We will see you there. Let's light you back up. No drama. So, ABM Vertigo Jerry, you're 1 away. Flyboy Nat and Matt, you're on your last life. As we move to question number 6, take a look at this. In which book series would you find the Eastern Ocean, the lands of Calormen and Telmar, and the castle of Cair Paravel? I'm afraid we are not in the world of Westeros and A Song of Ice and Fire on this question. Much older than that. Chronicles of Narnia is what we're looking for. Caer Paravel may well have been inspired by Dunleck Castle in County Antrim. Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, various other answers, all of which were incorrect. We were after Narnia, or the Chronicles of Narnia. There's a photo went around on the internet recently of the kids who played the Pevensey children in the first film. They had a reunion and they're all grown up now, which is quite sweet to see. Flyboy, I'm afraid you're out of lives or there's not enough questions left. Thanks for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. ABB, Vertigo, Lupine and Jerry, you are one away. Natter and Jack, you require all the remaining questions. You're also on your last life, as are Ape and Matt. Let's go on to question number 7. Take a look at this. Baron Samedi admits souls to the afterlife in which religion? Ten players attempting that, and the correct answer voodoo or folk Catholicism. I've been told to accept pretty much any spelling of voodoo, even though technically voodoo is slightly different, but it's close enough. Clive, welcome, and Clive, goodbye. Background game only because we're in round 2, mate. Lovely to have you with us. Zoroastrianism, Islam, Buddhism, Hindu, all of those incorrect answers. Lupin and Jerry, very well done. You have escaped. We'll see you in round 3 if you can keep hold of at least one life. But Jack, I'm afraid it's the end of the road and it's lights out. 3 questions left, 15 points available. AB, me and Vertigo, you're one away. Natter, Ape, Silver Electron, you need all 3 of them. Natter, Ape, Apodo and Matt, you are on your last life. Yes, hello Clive. Time for the last question of the round. Never mind. Let's take a look at question number 8. In computer science, what name is given to the problem of determining, based on the description of a computer program and an input, whether that program will finish running? I tell the answers came in time with the soundtrack there. A few comp sci people amongst, because a few people have got this one right. The correct answer is the halting problem. You may have seen a video with Tom Scott where he talks about the halting problem. It is proven that a universal halting solver cannot exist. A wonderful proof by contradiction, which I cannot quite fit in this margin. But if you want to go look it up, Tom Scott's done a very good video on the halting problem. I commend it to all of you. A few variations on wrong answers there. Black box testing, debugging, encryption, script, if-else logic. I shouldn't have joined from Clive. It does mean, ABME, you have escaped into the next round. Well done, we'll see you there. But Apodo, Natter and Ape, I'm afraid it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Two questions left. Vertigo, you're one away. Stimpson, Shapes, Woollyback, Silver Electron and Matt, you need both of them. Matt, you're on your last life. Let's go to question number 9. Take a look at this. In which country would you find the Nazca lines? Correct answer. It's in Peru, and this question is sponsored by Yu-Gi-Oh! Nerds, apparently. Lots of South American wrong answers there. Chile, Mexico, some non-South American wrong answers. Spain and Italy, Australia. But it was just Peru that we could accept there. Vertigo, you've escaped into the next round. It does mean, unfortunately, Shapes, Woollyback and Silver Electron. It is the end of the road and it's lights out. Simpson and Matt, you need this question to escape. Matt, you're on your last life, academic at this point, but let's see if you can get through question number 10. Very best of luck to you all. Shepard Fairey, known for the Make Art Not War and Mandela murals, created an iconic poster of Barack Obama featuring what 4-letter word? All 9 attempted, and the correct answer was Hope. All 9 were correct. Now you all know a street artist other than Banksy. Shepherd Fairy, commit it to your memory bank. No, it was not fuck. No, that would have been good. Simpsons Angle, Matt the Sprat. You've beaten the odds and you have survived through to the next round. Let's light you back up. So in that round, 9 players escaped and 9 were eliminated. We have 9 players, therefore, in the final round. They are Oni, Jerry, AB Me, Vertigo, Matt the Sprat, Stimpson's Angle, Ralph, Riff, and Arun. Let's go there now. Round 3 is Survive, and here you must outlast all other players. First player to answer correctly restarts the clock and sets a drain running on all remaining players. Stop the drain by answering the question correctly. Excuse me. If nobody answers the question correctly inside 15 seconds, all players will lose the maximum for the question. Lives have been replaced with refires. These allow you to attempt the question more than once. Once they're exhausted, only your first answer will be accepted. You may attempt every question once for free, so even if you've got no idea, it doesn't cost you a refire just to try it, so you might as well give it a go. If you exhaust your points, you're out the game, and when only one player remains, they are declared the escape artist. Scores on the doors coming into the round. Lupine has the lead with 67, then Oni and Arun with 64, Riff is on 61, AB Me 60, Vertigo 59, Jerry has 54, Matt has 51, and Stimpson's Angle has 49. But in this round, your luck can change very quickly. Start with losing a point every 2 seconds. That's a maximum of 7 points could be lost on this first question. In fact, the first 3 questions. Very best of luck to you all. Here is question number 1. Which of the 4 cardinal points does not appear in the name of a state in the USA? Vertigo starts the clock. Players have answered. Arun using a refire to get there, but I will give you a condone on that because it's quite clear what you meant, Arun. The correct answer was East. You have North Dakota and Carolina, South Dakota and Carolina, and of course West Virginia. Arun. 62 points, 2 refires, 64 points, 3 refires, marked incorrect, shift click to invert and apply. Gives you 2 points back and that refire, Arun. Yes, we went for Isr. But of course, short word means that the spell checker doesn't kick in, and the R is right next to the T, so I think that's valid. Slightly back up. 3-way tie at the top, Lupine, Oni, and Arun now all on 64. Riff on 61, AB Me, and Vertigo in third on 59. Jerry has 54, Matt 49, Stimpson 48, as we go to question number 2. Welcome, Davidovich. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. In 1783, the office of Prime Minister of Great Britain was occupied by 3 different men who shared what given name? Given name. That's unfortunate. What given name? Welcome on in, Davidovich. Yeah. Do you know what a given name is? The answer is William. Quite a few players went for Pitt there, but Pitt is not a given name. It is a surname. And also there weren't 3 Pitts in that year. It was William Petty, William Cavendish, Bentinck, and William Pitt the Younger. So there was a Pitt, but there was only one, and also Pitt is not a given name. Benjamin, John, Pitt, James, Pitt, John. All of those incorrect. A couple of players in the background game getting it right. Well, one player in the background game getting it right. Well done, Jack Wilfred. Unfortunately, that is going to be maximum drain for all of you. It's not going to change relative positions, but it is going to disadvantage you. Let's drain those points. The reader probably wasn't worth it. Well, it could have been, because you could have made everyone else lose 7 points there, Arun, because no one else got it right. That's what you got to think. If you think it is a question not many are going to answer, you preserve your score, take up the refire, and everyone else loses points when you don't. Something to think about. Let's go on to question number 3. Best of luck. In 2025, Michael Mizrachi became a champion of what game, earning 8 figures this summer? Oni starts the clock. Matt stopped his. Just the 2 getting it right this time. All 9 attempted the correct answer. It was poker. He was a 2025 World Series of Poker main event champion for $10 million US. Having also won the Poker Players Championship, this feat earned him instant entry into the Poker Hall of Fame, which usually has only one inductee per year. Other answers: Tetris, Minecraft, Scrabble. Only did get poker, snooker, Tetris, pool, and Go. All of them incorrect, and Oni, as the first to answer, maintains his score. Let's light you back up. Oni now has a clear lead with 57. Lupine on a run with 50. Riff has 47. AB, me, and Vertigo on 45. Jerry 40. Matt 39. Stimson's Angle 34. We're increasing the drain rate 1 point a second up to a maximum of 15 as we go to question number 4. The Game Changers novel series by Rachel Reed is the basis for which sports romance television series, which was first released on Crave on the 28th of November. Background players are getting this. But none of our hot seaters. Just 1 attempt from Jerry Ellis, which was I Love You Tennis. Not the answer. The correct answer is a Heated Rivalry. This has apparently been doing the rounds on the Twitters this week. Not yet made it to broadcast in the UK, but is doing a bit of a trend online. It's just been announced for a Series 2 renewal. Thank you, BC, for that. So it's another Sossig for our hot seat players. So Shapes, Effrontery, and Clive all getting this in the background game. Very well done. Let's light you back up. So no change to the positions, but a bit of a dampening on your points. Oni still with the lead now with 42. Lupine on a run in second with 35. Riff in third with 32. No players yet in danger, but let's go on to question number 5. Gianni Infantino, who has sat on the International Olympics ABME Starts the Clock Committee since 2020, has been the president of which governing body since 2016? Gianni Infantino, who has sat on the International Olympics Committee since 2020, has been the president of which governing body since 2016? All 9 attempted, and the correct answer: FIFA, the Fédération Internationale des Associations de Football. Incidentally, the corruption index regularly has to be redefined in reaction to FIFA. Everyone getting that first time other than Oni, who went initially for UEFA, then went for FIFA, so getting it on a refire. Probably only costing you a point or 2 there, Oni. So very well done to all of our hot seaters getting that right. Let's light you back up. Oni still has the lead, although it's a lesser lead. 37 to Lupine's 35. A run has 33. ABME 30, Riff 28, Vertigo 26, Jerry 24, Stimson and Matt both now on 16, just outside the danger zone. As we go to, or the drop zone, elimination zone, in peril, whatever you want to call it. Question number 6. Take a look at this. Mind your spelling, because it's, just mind your spelling. Using UK scoring, which of the 4 Galilean moons would only receive a score of 2 in Scrabble? I realised I was about to preemptively give away the answer or give away a massive clue, because I was about to say, what's your spelling, because it's a short answer, and then I realised it was a soft multiple choice question, and that would be giving you too much information away. Correct answer is, of course, IO. Don't know how much difference that made to the players, because all the answers came in pretty quickly, I have to say. First answer with 3.21, the last answer in 5.71. Yes, I and O are both worth a single point. The other 3 Galilean moons of Jupiter are Ganymede, Callisto, and Europa, though I don't think actually any of them would score any point technically in Scrabble, because they're given names, rather, or pronouns rather than regular nouns. But either way, no drama from our hot seat players. Let's light you back up. Right. Oni's got the lead. Not much change in the scores. 37. Stimson's Angle at the bottom on 14. You are now in peril, which is why your door has gone red, Stimson's Angle. And we're still on 1 point a second as we go to question number 7. Take a look at this. The 3 classical Pythagorean means are the arithmetic mean, the geometric mean, and which other mean which would be most apt in calculating average rate? AB me has got there. when the refires start coming in thick and fast, but there's nothing even close to the correct answer. Very well done, AB Me, and that could be a massive game changer at this late stage of the game. The correct answer was the harmonic mean. It's calculated from taking the number of values and dividing by the sum of each value's reciprocal. Wrong answers there: calculus, trigonometric, quadratic, trigonometric, median, logarithmic, exponential, modal, mode, median, trigonometric, other variations on that same theme. So AB Me putting the cat among the pigeons here and massively changing the status of the game. For Stimson's Angle, it is the end of the game. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Vertigo, Jerry, Riff, and Matt, you are now in peril. Matt is in particular peril with only 1 point. Only getting the answer correct first will most likely stop you from dropping out on this next question. But AB Me has taken the lead with 28. Oni moves to second with 22. Lupine's now in third with 20. 18 for a run, 12 for Riff, 11 for Vertigo, 8 for Jerry, and 1 for Matt. There are still 3 questions to go. Let's take a look at question number 8. Which colour on the flag of South Africa is not one of the colours of rings on the Olympic flag? Lupine has got there. Matt's there as well. Just saving that point. Oh my God, Matt. And the reason I'm on my godding, I will explain in a minute. Right. From when the clock starts, you have exactly 1 second before the first tick actually occurs. So you can stop your score from draining if you get your answer in within 1 second of the first answerer. Lupine started the clock in 5.08 seconds. The next answer in was Matt the Sprats in 6.07 seconds. Matt, you saved your game by 0.01 seconds. Literally 100th of a second later, you would have lost that point. You would have been eliminated. Wow. Clutch. It hasn't even come close. But you do survive another question. The answer, incidentally, was white. The Olympic rings from left to right are blue, yellow, black, green, and red, whilst the flag of South Africa also features white. Vertigo, you were not as lucky as Matt the Sprat there. Unfortunately, you have dropped to 0. I'm just going to check the wrong answers. Black was a popular answer, but that is one of the Olympic rings. Matt, that was actually your second attempt, Matt, because you did get the first answer even quicker, but it was a wrong answer, going for blue originally, but getting there with white. Very well done, you saved yourself. But Vertigo, I'm afraid for you, it's the end of the game. It's lights out. 7 players remain. 2 questions left in the bank. AB Me with a lead of 26. Lupine now in second with 20. Oni drops to third with 18. A run, Riff, Jerry, and Matt are all in peril with 15 or fewer points remaining. Let's go to question number 9 and see what you can do with this. Before wrestling with the theory of form, which Greek philosopher competed as a wrestler? Riff has got there in the Isthmian Games. Isthmian Games. Their name is derived from a Greek word meaning broad or flat. Five attempted, 2 abstained, and the correct answer was Plato. Before wrestling with the theory of form, which Greek philosopher competed as a wrestler in the Isthmian Games. The name is derived from a Greek word meaning broad or flat. And we hope you didn't end up plateauing on this question. Very nice. So Lupine is going through its philosophers, Socrates, then Hippocrates, then landing on Plato. Everyone else getting Plato first time who got it right. Matt just electing for a valediction at the end there. Or is valediction the word? I think a valediction is the word. It does mean Jerry and Matt, 29 questions in, but unfortunately you can go no further. Thanks for playing, but it's the end of the road. It's lights out. And we come to question 10, and we could not have a closer game. AB Me, Oni, and a run are all on 11. Riff is on 10. Lupine is on 8. This is still very much anyone's game, and it's a little bit, not exactly, but it's a little bit going to come down to who gets this question right first. You're all in peril because on this question, You lose 1 point every half a second, and the clock will tick down until you get it right or you run out of points. If you've got refires, now is a good time to possibly to use them. And I will give you a heads up that the answer to this next question will be in digits. Answer in digits. 11, 11, 11, 10, 8 are the scores. It is going to come down to this. Whoever can get this right in the fastest time is very likely to be our escape artist. And if you all get it wrong, well, we have the bad ending. BC telling us there's a maximum of 20.5 seconds to get this right. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 10. Answer in digits. Calculate the following. The only English number whose letters are in alphabetical order minus the first English number alphabetically. Only's got there. The answer is a power of the first prime number. Three of you got it right. 2 of you are out of points. The correct answer was 32. 40 is the only number in alphabetical order when spelled in English, and 8 is the first number alphabetically. So 40 minus 8 is 32, which is 2 to the 5th power. It does mean AB, me, and Lupine, you've run out of points. You didn't actually get me an answer in before the time, or before your clocks ran out, so I'm afraid it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Which means we've got that very rare occasion when we get through 30 questions and we have some survivors. Riff, clinging on by the skin of his tail, manages to escape with 1 point. And it's a photo finish, though, between Arun and Oni, because they both started the previous question on 11. And, oh, guys, again, Arun, this is not going to be any decent consolation to you. So, you know, earlier, Matt hung on by 0.01 seconds. Oni got the answer in 7.11. You got the answer in 7.62. 0.51 seconds later. So if you'd been 0.02 seconds faster, we would have had our first ever escape artist tie. And we would both have escaped. But that is a photo finish if ever I saw one. Oni just coming in clutch with that answer at the end and just beating Arun into second place. But you do all get to survive and stay in your cells. But there can only be one escape artist after 30 questions with 11 points. Congratulations to Oni. You are the escape artist. Captain Bollocks. I can't fudge it. I can't. Not at the moment. I need to build something new to the operator to do that. Wow. What a game that was. Very, very close finish. It was close a lot of the way through, though. It's made for really exciting viewing, I have to say. Arun and Riff at least get to keep the lights on in their cell. Well, can I extend my thanks to the 3 writers who've contributed to that pack, to Dogfish, to Score, and to BC for that little bit of a collab. My thanks as well to Cola and Lewis for their help with the proofing of it as well. There were some tough questions in there, but there were some very fair questions as well. And I think it made for a super interesting pack, all things considered, and a very, very close game. So thanks again to the writing team, and very well done to our finalists, particularly to Oni, our escape artist. Take a look at the board. How many questions you got right out of 30? Ralph and Captain Bollocks picking up 19. Arun and Riff picking up 18. Ape, me and Ape taking 16. Lovely stuff indeed. Those are the final scores. They will translate into pennies. They should be showing up on your devices now. Penny medal data written to drive is, for some reason, medal data written to drive does not trigger refresh. I don't think it's going to test that. Or maybe it does. Maybe it does. I need to check that later on. Anyway, those were the final scores. And yeah, all that's left for us to do tonight is the main weekend lottery draw. So please do stick around for that before we raid. Thank you all very much for playing. Thanks again to our writing and proofing team. And congratulations to Oni. You are the escape artist. It's Saturday night and coming to you live from the Game Night Control Center. It's time for the lottery draw. WCLB is the code you need tonight to increase those pennies. And a reminder, the penny prize draw will be this time next week. We will probably still have a lottery draw before that as a last clutch effort to try and earn some more pennies before we do the prize draw, which will be forthcoming shortly afterwards. I need to go and check the config for that. Possibly. I think I've got config values for that, so need to look into that. But yeah, the more pennies you have, the more chance you have of winning something from the prize draw. Doing the prize draw slightly differently this season from how I've done it the last sort of 15 or so seasons. And you'll have to tune in next Saturday to find out a bit more about that. But the more pennies you have, the more chance you have of winning. Do come and join for your chance to win a prize or to win some pennies. Right, once more round the loop. Once I lock the lobby, no more players can join him. To be honest, we're at 33 already. So, scope to get a full gamut of players in. 34 now. It'd be nice if we could. That'd be great. If we could get full 40 players in. 6 seats left. Bex, welcome to the stream. Right, while you join, I'm going to look through some more raid messages. I got a few raid messages that I could pick from tonight. Still 34 here, so I think I'm going to give it till the end of this loop, which is about 5 seconds away. Okie dokie, 34 players in for the draw. Let's hide that room code, and let's start the machine. And tonight we are using Arthur and set of balls number 4. Let's see if we can make all of your dreams come true as we release those big money balls. And into the drum they go. Spinning around, we'll give them an extra bit of agitation. There we go. Well, they're all in. So, real success to you all. I hope this can be everything that you want this Quizmas night. Let's start the draw. Okay. First ball out of the machine tonight. Well, first time, it's a pick one. Number 20. Third appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday, the 1st of November. That's alright, TVP. You would have been given them at random. Apparently I'm being punchy with the timing tonight. And second ball to be drawn. Another pink one, number 27. First appearance for that in the main lottery draw. The third ball. That's a yellow one. Number 46. Third appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday the 8th of November. Oh yeah, that's been in a few weeks now, G.I. I'm glad you like it. It makes it a bit more exciting at your end. You can see things being highlighted as they're selected. Fourth ball. Another pink one. Number 22. Fifth appearance for that in the main lottery draw. We last saw that 2 Saturdays, about the 22nd of November. How about a fifth? Nope, no fifth. Yeah, quite right, ABM. Oh, come on, Arthur. Sort your life out. There we go. We've got a white one this time, number 7. Second appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared last Sunday. Beg your pardon, last Saturday, 6th of December. 2 consecutive weeks for that. Yeah, plead for the fifth to come out. Very good. And the 6th ball. It's a blue one, number 13. Second appearance for that. Last appeared 3 Saturdays back, the 29th of November. 2 Saturdays back, 29th of November, forgive me. 37. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Won't help you much here, unless you've already got a few on it. The bonus ball, number 1. Second appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Haven't seen it since Saturday, the 11th of October. And once again, those balls, this time in ascending numerical order. Tonight, your winning line, or your winning numbers are number 7, number 13, number 20, number 22, number 27, number 46, and the bonus ball is number 1. Slim winnings tonight by the looks of things, but let's take a look at the best tickets up there. Yeah, only 2 players managing to get 3 numbers on any one line. Vertigo and CJ picking up 1,000 pennies. CJ got 1,500 in total across 3 lines, and Vertigo getting the 1,000 across 1 line. Everyone else is in 3 figures tonight. So, despite having 34 of you in the draw, not much to be said for the RNG tonight, unfortunately, but those pennies have been written to the penny bank, and you can go and check in on them as soon as I upload the JSON file, which will be immediately after the stream at persephoneshare.com/thepennybank or /pennybank. I can't remember if there's a "the" in it. Shall I find out? I think I will. persephoneshare.com/pennybank. No "the", no article. No definite article, I should say. Right, that was the lottery draw. Sorry it wasn't more fortuitous for you, but them's the breaks. I'll see you for a raid in just a minute. That is it for another day of Quizmas, friends. Let's just go back to that one. I keep forgetting to do that. There is the calendar as it stands. I've got just 2 more doors to open on Thursday and Saturday next week. The other 6 are going to be given over to Ash the Bash in the new year when things start getting a bit more on course for him IRL-wise. But very many thanks to Ash for that pack of distinction tonight, to Lewis for Battlefront, and to BC Scorecount and Dogfish for that pack of the Escape Artist. Big thanks to the proofing team this week for coming in and helping out where needed. That is going to be it from me for tonight. We're slightly slim pickings on raids, but I think we're going to go and raid JB Henry XIV, who is playing Dr. Mario. I'm guessing with Sportsy, because Sportsy is also playing Dr. Mario, so we'll pop on over there and we'll say hi. And we'll also say tonight's raid message, which I need to pick, which I actually haven't done yet. But I've got a short list. The host lies for G. Eisens. We've cleared France for G. Eisens. Tits are popular in the UK for Vertigo. Start invoking the tits for Topper. You're an annoying goose, not an evil goose for Stimpson's Angle. Allowed to Walk for Jerry. Dr. Whentz by Ardenfetz. Plumbum for 8 Minky. Extinct in the West Midlands for Riff Raccoon, which leaves me with just 2. And I'm going for... oh, tough one. Both of these are quite savage, in a way. I think it's going to be... Pity pennies for AB Me for Lion King 1.5. Timon and Pumbaa are dead. Very close call there, but it is going to the Lupine one tonight for Press X to bite head off. That is going to be the raid message, which we're going to take over to JB. He's playing Dr. Mario, so that might be sage advice for him. I'm going to be back on Thursday with Crossfire by JR, the 5th game of Quizmas from me, and the possibility of some DEF CON as well. We'll see what happens. in the coming days. But I hope you've all enjoyed the quiz tonight. Thank you again very much to everybody who's come to join. Don't forget you can come and hang out in the Discord, and do go and check out the new Persephone's Chair website, persephoneschair.com. It's had a bit of an overhaul. That's it. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with Quizmas, the fourth game of Quizmas at Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care. Peace out and good night.